Here we are. We are getting ready for a special type of show from the Midday Racing League guys. Unfortunately, the day shift got some of our drivers, a lot of folks having to be at work this holiday season, but we are still going to bring you the Midday Racing League show with a little bit of a twist. These guys were planning to run upwards of 80 laps here at Pocono, but because of the car count, they decided to do something really fun. What they're going to do is they're going to do 2 5-lap shootouts after qualifying. Where they qualify is going to round out for the points. So that is where these guys are trying really hard right now to try and get all the points they can on these qualifying laps at Pocono. But then after that, we're going to have some fun, guys. We're going to do the 5-lap shootouts, invert the second one, and then what we're going to do is some spectator drags. We're going to have some folks drag down the front stretch of Pocono in these trucks to have a little bit of fun and put on a show for you guys at home. Let us know if you're watching what you want to see, how you're excited about what we've got going on here today. Also, be sure to share this thing out. Share to as many people as possible. Get those likes and whatnot. So, without further ado, we got some folks doing some qualifying, getting out there, trying to get, again, the best time possible so that they can go out and get the points for the truck series here. Luckily, not the championship or anything today, but if you are interested in riding in the Midday Racing League, you can always hit us up. Let us know in the chat, or otherwise, we will be happy to give you their information. Good group of guys, good racing all the way around. So if you're just tuning in, we are live. This is live here. If you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. But gonna be a good one. Here we go. Get this out to more people myself, as we are gonna be gridding up here for the shootouts. Again, 5 laps. It's going to say lap 1 of 80 up there at the top. That is not true. That's not what we're doing. We're going to do shootouts. It is going to be an absolute blast. I know I'm excited about it. These folks in the race are excited to get out there. I know it's one of those things. If you have a league admin who's willing to go through and do this stuff for you, that is awesome. So we do appreciate them. All right, so let's get going here. As they are pulling off, let's go ahead and run through the qualifying results, where everyone lined out. Dave Hunt, of course, starting out in the front of the field. Christian Roos there in second. Rick Helms in third. Mike Hamlin in fourth. And Chris Papa there in fifth. 1-3 speed showing up for us today. As they're going to get rolling here. Again, we're going to see a 5-lap shootout. We're going to call it as much as we can. It's the grid. So we get that up for you. Dave Hunt, Christian Roos, Rick Helms, Mike Hamlin, Chris Papa. Only a 5-lap shootout. And then they're going to invert and do it again. And then we're going to have some drags. It's going to be an absolute blast. Going to be fun time here. So, as pace lights are off on that Chevy pace truck, we're going to have a couple more options, a couple more chances for these guys to get it done. 5 laps is all they have. 5 laps is all they're going to have to make a move. So expect some high flying speed here at Pocono Raceway, a track that's already a little bit hard to handle. And these guys are going to be going full out, flat out here on the Tricky Triangle. Nearing the end of the Midday Racing League season. So Dave Hunt's going to have the button here. Rick Helms behind him in the pink and yellow 75, and we are off to the races, sprinting down the front stretch Look at Dave Hunt. Christian Roos trying to work the outside. He's got Mike Hamlin behind him. And see what's going to happen here with the draft. How are they going to affect it, knowing that there's only 5 laps to make this race? Dave Hunt, Christian Roos up front. Mike Hamlin in third, lined up. Dive into the inside. Christian Roos trying to make it work. Gonna have to work that draft, work the car a little bit, but it's not over for these guys farther back. Mike Hamlin, he can use that draft to get up there. 4 laps, remaining. Now we're only gonna go to lap number 5, the end of lap number 5 for this first shootout. So pay no attention to the laps up there. We're only going to lap 5 as Dave Hunt has the lead. And he is not letting it go. Mike Hamlin there in third. Chris Papa in fourth. Rick Helms missing a shift at the beginning. That's going to be costly for him in the short run here. But we're going to see if they're going to work together in the back. Chris Papa and Rick Helms have a unique opportunity. Not much time left. But up front, the battle, Dave Hunt and Christian Roos. Battling for the bragging rights here at the Midday Racing League. Dave coming from North Lake, Texas. Has a rear view mirror full of Christian Roos. And we saw in the Xfinity cars, they're a little bit different, a little more high horsepower, that the snake was working. They could dive down and kind of adjust that arrow so that they get a better advantage. And it seems like that's not what Dave's thinking about. 3 laps down, or I'm sorry, starting the 3rd lap, so 3 more laps left to go here in this 5-lap shootout. Tell you what I'm going to do here. Oh, Chris Papa has crashed and taken it to the pits. Giving it all. Should make it a little bit easier. Up front, 5-lap shootout here. Mike Hamlin just put down the fastest lap of the race. And now through the tunnel turn, Christian Roos trying to make some advantage here in the 14. Going to get to the inside corner of the 53. Is he going to be able to do anything out of the flat turn number 3? Turn 6 if you're educated. Oh, gets a little bit loose. Going to dive down to the bottom. Going to have to get back up into it. Get back up into the draft of Dave Hunt. And Dave's just holding on as we enter lap number 4. 2 more laps left in the 5-lap shootout. Chris Papa getting some damage fixed so we can participate in the drags later on down the road. Dave Hunt, Christian Roos started 1 and 2. That's where they're going to be. Mike Hamlin started in 4th. He's now up to 3rd. Rick Helms falling back just a little bit. Look at some of these paint jobs that these drivers have spent some time and money on. Like to shout them out. Like to see what they've got going on here. Dave Hunt. Come around, he's got the white flag in the air in the Alienware 53. Christian Roos in the Smoke Pit 14. Mike Hamlin's got the full send graphics 28 machine. Team MMG, hashtag spread it. Rick Helms always rocking that AARP 75. Pink and yellow. Interesting combination, but I like it. Last chance for Christian to make something happen. Then they're going to invert for the next 5-lap shootout. So Dave's going to have to come from the front. Last ditch effort from the 14 of Christian Roos. Trying to get to the back of him. Nothing he can do. Dave Hunt's going to take the win of the first shootout. Now he's going to have to go to the back. Hopefully Chris Papa can get that truck running. I don't know what happened to him. Let's see what happened. See how bad the damage is going to be. Chris's damage does not look that bad, honestly. Now Chris is going to start. He's out there. Chris is out there. He's running. We love to see it. We're going to catch that pace car. Come down, get some fuel, get some tires. Get back out there for another shootout. Dave Hunt. This is going to be very interesting. This is where the fun's going to come in, guys. They're going to invert. So what that means is Dave Hunt just won the first 5-lap shootout. And, of course, this was the last minute, so it's not all going to be annotated down on the timing and scoring. So just bear with us. Have a good time. If you want, I can turn it off as well. But Dave Hunt's going to be starting in the back. Christian Roos is going to be starting second to last. Mike Hamlin is the lucky one. He starts in third because that's where he finished, and the invert kind of works out that way. Rick Helms is going to be outside, and Chris Papa in the truck is going to be on the pole position. So a little bit of redemption coming for the 13, the 1.3 speed of Chris Papa, as he's going to come out there try and get those tires warm. This is going to be a good one, folks. Going to be a blast. While we wait, stick around. We're going to put an ad in there for us so I can go get a soda pop. That's literally the only reason, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Chris Papa taking his spot up in front. Rick Helms coming out second. Mike Hamlin third. Christian Roos and Dave Hunt now going to be following in the back there. Now, Chris is going to have a little bit of a weird thing going on. In fact, I'd shoot him a wave round. Well, no, he needs 2 wave rounds. No worries. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Midday Racing Leagues. What I like to see. As Rick Helms, Mike Hamlin getting ready. Rick's got his work cut out for him. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk to our are we calling them heats, Dave? What do you want to call them here in the booth? Shootouts, heats, quickies. What are we? You going with heats? All right, Dave. Well, Dave, you won the first heat. You know what? I like quickie. You won the first quickie. Tell us about the car and Pocono here today.
And I just tried to run my best lap. That's what happened.
Absolutely. Well, are you excited to try and work through the field here at the end of it and get you another dub on the day?
Yeah, we'll see what I can do here.
Well, going for the sweep, Dave. Tell the folks at home about Midday Racing League and why you enjoyed running with them.
I've been here since inauguration of this league. Yeah, it's a fun league to race in. Great group of guys. It's just if you have the time and can fit it in, I'd recommend joining this league. It's just a lot of fun. something to break up the day, or if you work like a night shift or different types of shifts and you want to race, this is it. This is the league you want to be in.
Absolutely. Well, Dave, again, man, congratulations on the pole and the winner of the first heat. Hopefully you can work through the field. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
That was Dave Hunt. As I hope they didn't send Chris Papa. Oh, I'm going to fight for Chris Papa. Send him to the front. That's all right. iRacing sending him to the back. It happens. So lap 15 is where they're going to end this thing. After the invert, now is when the test comes. How many passes can you make? Here with 5 vehicles, so they have inverted. So 5 vehicles, 5 laps. It's going to be quick, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about the laps up there. Doesn't matter. In fact, I'm going to turn the lap timer off so we can just look at the time. There it is. And here we go. Rick Helms off to a great start. Mike Hanlon. Second place, Christian Roos and Dave Hunt already starting to work through the field. Chris Papa also starting in the back. He's not out of this thing. As he's going to get past Mike, going to have to try and get past Mike Hamlin here. Rick Helms trying to step it out as much as possible. He's got to hold on for 5 laps, folks. At the end of lap number 15, they will crown the winner as Dave Hunt works to the inside. Trying to get to the quarter panel, Mike Hamlin. Oh, into the tunnel turn. Going to slide up a little bit into Mike Hamlin. Mike Hamlin in the wall. Hard in the wall. And then gets in the inside wall. That's going to do it for Mike Hamlin. He's going to come down pit road. Rick Helms has to worry about Christian Roos and Dave Hunt now. 1 lap down. 4 laps to go in the shootout. Rick with the best opportunity of the season, the 1.3 speed of 75. Up there in front, I say that looking down at my 1.3 speed button box. You can check them out. Just Google 1.3 speed. You'll find out where you can buy pretty awesome button box. Myself, I took all the controls off my wheel, so I had to go buy one, and I wouldn't have bought one from anywhere else. 1.3 speed customer service was fantastic. And that's the guy who builds them right there, Chris Papa. So definitely appreciate him working with us and sending that out right away. Rick Helms and Dave Hunt, though. Rick just trying to hold on. Dave Hunt trying to make his way back to the front. Nothing to lose here, folks. So this racing might get a little bit dicey if Rick Helms wants it to. Rick, the kind of guy, probably not going to get too bent out of shape about it. But there we go. Dave Hunt back to the front. The 75 going to try and get behind. Going to get some help from Christian Roos. See what he can do. As Dave Hunt has dominated today. Got out on the pole. Came out. He won the first 5-lap shootout. Had to start from the rear and has came back through the albeit small field. And he's just getting faster. 54.74 his last time. Rick Helms trying to hold off to his second position. Started in the pole. Christian Roos had to come. He started in third. Now he's going to have to come back. So Rick Helms, Christian Roos, the two that are battling right now. Working to the inside of the backstretch. Christian Roos to the inside. Gonna put some air on that rear spoiler and make it. And there we go. Passing past number 2. Now he's on his way trying to get Dave Hunt. Round 2 of this battle. Been brewing all day. Dave Hunt, Christian Roos. Which if you talk about it, Dave Hunt has 8 starts on the season. He has not won a race yet in the Truck Series. 8 top 10s, 3 top 5s. And you know what? We'll add, I think we're going to add a bunch of, we'll add 3 wins to the column after this. Why not? Because if he wins both heats and he qualified. He got the points. Definitely worth it for him. Christian Ruse currently running about, looks like 5th on the season. Was the next week, probably the week after next, if I'm guessing, or next week, I don't know. We're going to be at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Truck Championship. If you want to be in to be a field filler, you're not going to have a better time than here. If you got nothing going on your Tuesday midday, you're retired, or you're like me, you work from home and you can step away for a little bit, hop on in. As the white flag's going to come out on Dave Hunt for the final time. I expect he's going to get called out for a drag race. After all this, they're going to stick around, make it worth for you in the view, in the audience. Last ditch effort. Chris Roos trying to catch that Alienware 53 Chevrolet. Got a couple more turns to do it. Coming into the treacherous turn number 2, the tunnel turn, carried a lot of speed. Gonna have a run on the high side. Gonna have to suck up to that back bumper coming into turn number 3. Low and slow. Gonna hopefully get a run off of turn 3. Nothing doing. Look at Dave Hunt. 3 for 3 on the day. Winning heat number 2 of the 2 5-lap shootouts, coming from dead last all the way to the front. Hopefully Dave and Christian get out there and try and drag race these things, because I want to see it. We are going to see it. In fact, I'm going to pause my mic real quick. I'm going to go hop down there and see what they want to do here. While I'm doing that, you watch Dave Hunt burn it down. First win of the season, and I would say he more than earned it. So that's going to do it for us. We're not going to have any spectator drags. We're going to save that for another time. Dave Hunt going to run this thing back as he is burning it down, earning the spot. In fact, let's go ahead and let's get a mic on to Dave Hunt. Now, Dave, I know I talked to you before, but your first win of the season, and dare I say, if you would have just came out and qualified, it would have felt a little robbed. But because you came back to front, you earned this win. Dave, how do you feel? I got you, Dave.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you got me now?
I got you.
All right. Yeah, that probably would have turned out maybe a little bit different. Who knows? But it would have been fun to run the whole thing out. Just wish a lot more drivers would have showed up and could have seen what played out. But what we did here was just a little fun run, and it was a good time.
Well, you definitely dominated. You had to start on the outside of row number 2, and you were able to make it back through and kind of take that asterisk off there and prove that you had it not once, not twice, but 3 times today. Congratulations, Dave.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, that was just a quick little shot from us here at the Sim Racing Media and of course Midday Racing League. Next week is going to be their championship. If you're interested in coming and running with them, you can go ahead. I'm going to post their Discord. into the go ahead and post this Discord into the thing. It's going to be good for 7 days. You guys can check that out. Check them out if you want to race. It's going to be a good time next week at Charlotte under the lights. And as always, talk to you next week.